Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, November 15th, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Welcome back to another late season edition of Recap Wednesday, where once again we head out to the West Coast and Culver City, California to take a look back at the action that went down in the bikini division at John Lindsay's Iron Games Pro. Bringing home the top honors was New Zealand's own Kataya Nisova, whose long flight across the Pacific paid off in spades, as she followed up her 8th place Olympia finish with this lights-out performance. Coming in second was Brazilian bombshell Elisa Piscini, who managed to just barely hold off a strong push from 3rd place finisher Ellie Fernandez. In 4th place, making the long flight over from the East Coast, was 3rd-year pro Amber Callahan. And wrapping up a solid top 5 group with her best effort of the season was California native Kate Abadi. Of course, the big news on the pro scene heading into this weekend surrounds what's lining up to be a pretty special event out at the Ferrigno Legacy Classic, where it looks like we'll get our next chance to see the red-hot Ruth Wood in action. Over the weekend, Wood posted her final round of progress photos showing off a few of the assets that have turned her into one of the bikini division's breakout stars this season. For Wood, this will be her 6th contest of the season, and to her credit, she's gotten better each and every time we've seen her, highlighted by that spectacular 2nd place effort back at the Tampa Pro. When she's at the top of her game, Wood has shown that she can be all sorts of dangerous, so I wouldn't rule her out as a potential threat here to come in and potentially steal the win. Now we switch gears a bit to talk about the other big story heading into this weekend, which is of course another loaded edition of the NPC Nationals. And if you're still looking for a dark horse overall threat to hitch your wagon to, well, light heavyweight monster Vlad Petric might not be a bad place to start. Fresh off his dominating performance at last weekend's NPC Eastern USA, where he walked away with the overall title, Petric was already reloaded and ready for war this weekend right down here in sunny South Florida. From a conditioning standpoint, this guy looks like he's probably going to be in a class by himself, but when you look at the level of density and detail he's packing, it's hard to think of anyone else who can go in there and match him stride for stride. And as long as he just takes care of business for the next 72 hours, I think there's a very real chance he ends up with an IFBB Pro card come Saturday evening. Right now, at least on paper, 2018 looks like it's going to be something epic in the classic physique division. And that's without even factoring soon-to-be rookie Tony Davis into the equation. Davis, who was the 2016 overall winner at the North American Championships, has been keeping a relatively low profile over the last 15 months, while he's been in the lab trying to engineer a bigger, stronger version of Tony Davis 2.0, which is just about ready for takeoff. Over the weekend, an insane-looking Davis was spotted crushing his latest back workout as he attempts to pack on some more size before starting phase 1 of his 2018 prep. Back at the North Americans, Davis looked like a guy who was capable of being dangerous at a pro level right off the bat. So if he can pick his spots right and not get too caught up in trying to go out and out-muscle everyone in the lineup, he's someone you can see mixing it up in a few top 5s or higher at some point next season. If you're a Cleveland sports fan, there hasn't been a whole lot to smile about lately, now has there? So now might not be a bad time to start showing some love to perennial men's physique Olympia contender George Brown. Late last week, King George dropped some surprise off-season arm training footage on his fans, showing off some of the fruits of his early off-season labors. Once again, Brown seems to be keeping himself in flawless postseason conditioning. It looks like he's on pace to put together another strong 2018 campaign. Even with the new talent we've got starting to trickle into the men's physique division lately, Brown still has to be considered one of the elite athletes in the sport. And I can't think of a better way to put a smile on the face of Ohio sports fans than to see one of their own come in next year and bring home an Arnold Classic title. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.